Welcome back. So, in this video, I want to talk about two things. First of all, what to expect tomorrow. Something big is coming out tomorrow. And I want to reflect upon the two huge winners so far due to good news, right? And what that means overall for the entire crypto industry. So, what's coming tomorrow? Tomorrow we have another inflation reading, PCE. Okay, this is actually the one that the Fed prefers. Not so much CPI or PPI. PCE is what the Fed really likes. So tomorrow, we're going to find out whether we're in line with expectations, which is around 2.6%, or we tick higher, or we come lower, right? We have mixed results with the other readings. This one, I think, well, set in stone, okay? Whether or not we're going to get 2 rate cuts or 3 for the remainder of this year. I still believe no matter what comes out tomorrow, unless it's horrifically bad and it shows inflation ticked up by like 0.5% or something way above expectations, I think even if it ticks up a little bit, we're still a lock for September. I think that's a done deal. But whether or not we get 2 more, meaning 1 in October and 1 December, I think that will depend on tomorrow's reading big time. Okay, so we will see. We will see. I mean, CPI came in lower than expected. PPI went way above. So PCE, I don't know. I don't know which way it's going to go. So I think markets are going to react to it big time tomorrow. And we'll get it before market opens. So that's good. Also, tomorrow, we have a big options and futures expiration, right? So come tonight, tomorrow morning, things may be a little volatile until we get that official report. And then, you know, if things are good, tomorrow we could see a big rally. You know, Wall Street has been kind of like standing still, right? After NVIDIA earnings and after last week, you know, markets kind of just like all over the place. We get some good days, some bad days. Overall, not going anywhere. And obviously, Bitcoin slid down, hasn't fully recovered. I think there's something holding it back, right? ETH is now like a little bit weaker. I kind of expected like ETH to quickly come back to 4,800. It's not too bad. It's like 4,500, but you know, I kind of expected a little more strength. So it seems like some of the momentum went away, but now the momentum is in Sol, right? Sol is still hovering like 215. Looks like it wants to move further. So tomorrow we'll see. The options and futures expiration, always a big deal, and I think this one is going to be absolutely huge. So we'll see. All right, now, speaking of 2 projects that have pumped up the most today and yesterday, CRO and Pith. CRO pumped up quite a lot, and then it kind of came down, and now it's back up. So it's obvious the traders and market makers having a field day, like liquidating people, right? If you just went spot, you'll be just fine because CRO is still basically back to its high from yesterday. Pith today, just on fire. Even though Chainlink and Pith, both, you know, there were news from both that they were going to get data from the U.S. government. Pith is, you know, very, very, very low. Smaller market cap, and a lot more people are playing with it. But overall, you've been seeing up and down. But Pith is up like 70, 80% today. And CRO, you know, if you count it from a couple days ago, it's still up like at least 50 or 60%. So both are the winners. So if you've been holding them, great, fantastic. Pith is still way off from its all-time high. So if you've been waiting, today's a good sign. Maybe more momentum comes back. But it's someone like Chainlink who really didn't hold its gains from this morning. But what does this mean overall? I think with both of these moving, it's true confirmation that we are in altcoin season, because this is what happens during altcoin season. Projects report things like upgrades, okay, or partnerships, or some kind of new feature, something, and they explode, right? Right now, I think like people, traders are bored. They want some excitement. They want to see some movement. So now when we're seeing something move, there's so much FOMO. Not that FOMO is a good thing. I mean, you could certainly lose a lot of money FOMOing into something, especially if you get liquidated or something like that. But it's good to feel some excitement, right? It's good to see things pump up 50%, 60%, 70% in a single day, right? So I get it. And this, again, shows to me that we are in altcoin season. Again, not full-blown altcoin season. I know some of you guys are still a little bitter. You're like, you don't like me saying that because a lot of alts are still down. Like 50, 60, 70%. I get that. Even Pith, even up today, 70, 80%. It's still down like 80% from all-time high. I get it. We're not in the tail end, but we're definitely at the beginning. That's why ETH has been so strong, why we see the adoption and the inflow, right, increase dramatically over the last month. Now we're seeing Sol catch on fire. Let's not forget, Sui's still up there. BNB's up there. A lot of these have come close or surpassed their 2021 high, just like Bitcoin, right? So we're seeing like a momentum shift, one after another, after another, after another. So I think we're going to see more of that. And again, during altcoin seasons, when you get good news, things explode, right? And we're seeing that now. I tell you, like, this data fetch thing with the U.S. government, if this came out last year or the year before that, during crypto winter, I guarantee you we would not be moving at all. Right now, we are. So that's the good thing. Okay, so whether or not you have these, or you FOMO'd in, or you're sitting on the sidelines, the good news is I feel like this is more confirmation that we are in altcoin season. Just at the very beginning. Okay, and as we move forward in September, we get that rate cut. And then we get into October. If you look at the calendar, which I'll bring up tomorrow, the calendar shows that October is very, very, very green. September's kind of mixed. There's been some red, but the last 2 years, September has been green. And I do think because we get the rate cut this September, we're also going to be in green. And then leading into October, November, December, if we get another rate cut in October, November is going to be good. And then we get a Santa rally in December, and that's when things explode, right? I'm waiting for it. I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully you guys are too. It's going to be very, very interesting. But tomorrow, let's see what happens with the PCE inflation report. It could be absolutely stellar, and we get a really good market pump. We haven't had one in a while now, right? If it comes in bad, I think the markets will turn red, but unless it's really, really bad, I don't think it's going to move things that much. And it really is going to determine whether we get 2 or 3 rate cuts going forward, right? All right, guys, that's it. I'm going to keep this nice and short. Enjoy the rest of the night. Be careful if you're trading CRO or Pith. It's very, very volatile. Trust me, I know. All right, take care. Bye-bye.